Asura's Wrath is an action video game developed by CyberConnect 2 and published by Capcom. It was first announced at Tokyo Game Show in 2010 and was released worldwide February 2012 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The game follows the demigod Asura as he seeks revenge on the pantheon of other demigods who betrayed him. Asura's Wrath takes elements from Hindu and Buddhist mythologies, blending them with science fiction to make a fantastic world and setting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Asura's Wrath. Wow, this game was well worth the wait. Remember back in the day seeing this in the commercials and just feeling the hype. This was the title I always saw in some kind of promotion for, like, hey guys, play it on PS3! And total side note, I owned a 360 back in the day, and I don't remember seeing Asura's Wrath for like the 360 at all, and it's kind of freaking me out to see that it was actually on my console. What the fuck, Mandela? Fuck off! Asura's Wrath should have been like my favorite game in high school. The setting, the gameplay, the story, just...
Oh, beautiful.
It just kind of makes me sad to know that I slept on this gem for so long. Yet again, I am reviewing this game via emulator, so results may vary. The gameplay of Asura's Wrath is a combination of multiple genres, while overall is presented in the style of episodic anime series. Third-person shooter, third-person action, rail shooter, quick time events. This might seem like a mess of consistency, but I would argue Asura's Wrath excels with each genre. In all forms of gameplay, player progress is determined by two gauges, the life and burst gauge. The life gauge determines the current health and damage taken by the character. If depleted, results in a game over / restart for the current section. The burst gauge starts empty at the start of every encounter and needs to be fully charged. I will admit, the game mostly boils down to fill the gauge to see the next cutscene. The third-person action sequences resemble beat-em-up style gameplay where the player must defeat enemies in close combat, utilizing light and heavy attacks, counters, dashes, and projectiles. While regular light attacks are fast, heavier attacks inflict more damage and can throw back multiple enemies, yet can overheat, requiring a cooldown period between uses. Players can also perform counter moves. If they input the correct prompt or an enemy's attack, they'll hit them hard and hit them fast. When an enemy is knocked down, special moves can be performed that further help fills the burst gauge. The rail shooter portion of the gameplay involves the player character moving yet on a fixed axis, being only able to dodge and maneuver against incoming attacks and obstacles, all the while locking on and firing upon enemies. Unfortunately, this is the weakest part of the game. Most of the rail shooters are pretty cool in context with the story and plot, but alone they pretty much suck. The interactive cutscenes, however, kick so much ass. Yes! Correct inputs, when prompted, will advance the story, while failure can cause the restart of a sequence and damage to health in previous gameplay sequences. While few sequences may continue regardless, certain quicktime events have degrees of success where the player may attempt to press at an even more specific time than when the prompt immediately and initially appears. For example, a press too early or later might register a merely good or great, while the exact correct moment will register an excellent day. The player's performance in this aspect, alongside with the time taken to complete an overall damage inflicted, is graded at the end of each episode, while the highest grade being an S rank. Honestly, I can't praise Asura's Wrath enough for its interactive cutscenes. You have to be ready. I fucked up more than once, not realizing I had a quicktime event coming from my booty. God help us all. The seamless integration of story and gameplay should be celebrated. Asura's Wrath made quicktime events cool. Each level is played out like an episode more akin to an anime series, with subtle introductory and closing credits at the start and end of each episode, which I found to be kinda cool. If a developer wanted to do a remake, making each chapter like $10 or something, and then releasing each episode on some kind of schedule would be interesting. Though, with the studio's last venture into DLC, I think the game should just be delivered complete and as a single purchase. This is then followed by a brief promo with cut together footage for the next episode, along with narration recapping and foreshadowing upcoming events. In between episodes, there are also little snippets of additional narrative and backstory that are presented in a form of series of illustrations, which each different segment drawn by a different credited artist. The entire series is split into 4 chapters, with each cutscene overlaid with lengthier production credits. Yet again, a cool way to lean into the episodic format. It gives the illusion that the game is actually growing. The visual style has me kind of kerfuffled. I guess that's the nicest way to put it. Like, are the deities like mechanical, magical, biological? Throughout the game, we see characters bleed, but Asura's arms have wires in them. And when a character dies, they fade into light, so what? Either way, the art direction is stunning. Each character feels unique and vibrant with personality. I wish I knew more about the symbolism, but Florida Public School said, no, you're not gonna learn that. Learn the hypotenuse! Oh, but the Hindu and Buddhist imagery is just so beautiful, man. It's just like, I love looking at it, you know? Also, if you haven't listened to this soundtrack, get on YouTube and just binge the fuck out of it. I haven't had an OST hit this hard in like a minute, man. I mean, it just fucking slap. Now, usually in my review videos, I like to talk about the story at some basic level. Either it be the overarching plot or the reason why the main character does the thing, but I can't really say I know the entire plot. I can't finish the game. Alright, remember when I said Asura's Wrath had DLC? Well, it has the true ending. And with me playing the game on the PS3 emulator, I can't just log into PSN and just download it, just, hey guys, give me the files! Yes, I could go out to the internet and find the needed files, but most gamers can't. Even with using an emulator, like, you can just drop the physical game disc into a Blu-ray drive and just still play it on your PC and stuff, and like everything's 100% legal and legit, but it still doesn't get around the whole DLC problem though, so it's like no matter what, it just, you're fucked. And I hate the idea that I have to pirate the game. The game itself, the DLC, everything, like you have to do it. You have to pirate at some level just to play this. Even if you legally own the game, like what the fuck? Just someone, please put it on Steam. Just the whole fucking thing. It's so ironic that a game about a guy being too angry to die makes me this fucking angry. Like, it's ridiculous that the game's, like, true ending, like, there's more content, like, and it's not just content for bullshit, it's content that's actually plot, that actually matters, like, hey, this is how it really ended, this is how it really is gonna, how it's all gonna play out, but hey, pay up, and also, fuck off. Asura's Wrath is a great game. It's a great game just to binge, just to play like in a day and just get really hyped over it, you know? It's not exceptionally long, but it's well worth playing. Like, it's just so much fun. It's just a great time to be had. And unfortunately, I do have to recommend playing this on RPC S3. Just finding the needed files is a thing. Like, you can go out, you can find them. I do not promote piracy. I'm just saying you can do things. If you can, get the physical disc and pop into like a Blu-ray drive or something, like, that's always a thing too, so don't think you have to absolutely pirate, but you can still do emulation. And on one final note, we need to push CyberConnect and Capcom to port Asura's Wrath to other consoles and PC. Like, I would absolutely buy this game, but if it came, like, if it had like better graphics, some extra like Chinese and, you know, tweaks and bells and whistles, but I mainly just want to play the game not just legally but also all the way through. I want to really enjoy the game, and right now it's just so many hoops to jump through. It's like, guys, let me give you my money. Alright guys, that is all for today. Thank you for watching, especially those who have watched all the way through. Man, it feels so good to me making like an actual review video again, because it's been a bit of a challenge. Between work and not work, and streaming and not streaming, and editing and not editing. It's just, Just things are have just been difficult for me, and playing Asura's Wrath just rekindled like a fire in me to like I need to do a review video on this. I have to do it. Like there's so many awesome things about it, and there's so many things I absolutely hate about it, and just like why does it have to be this difficult? Because like we're in the day and age that like almost any game you can get by some kind of service or whatever. I literally could not find anywhere that you could legitimately play Asura's Wrath without emulation. And yet again, like the DLC is just like, who the fuck knows? Like, good luck. If anybody actually knows a legit way to actually play it and like even buy it, especially for PC, because that's of course my main mode of gaming, put a comment down below. Let me know. You know, shout me out on TikTok, Twitter, Discord, my Discord, however. Like, I just really want to know, and yeah, yet again, I love this game. Go play it. Yet again, I'm not promoting piracy. I'm just saying, go play it. You have options, and all that. But yet again, guys, that's all for today. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one.